The start end function is found in the view toolbar in Wilcom Embroidery Studio E3. So I'll bring the view toolbar out, and this is the icon here, auto start end. If I right click on that icon, it'll bring up the dialog box relating to the auto start end, and we can elect to apply auto start end and maintain that point automatically. We can then choose exactly where we want the start and end point to be, at the center bottom, for example. So now the auto start end is at the center bottom. I'll right click again, change it to the center, and you'll notice a moment ago I hit save. That will save that setting so that each time you open the normal template, your auto start end point will be where you've nominated it. It's also important to have the maintain automatically set. This is the center part of the design. Now, if I were to duplicate a part of the design and put it out here, the maintain automatically will move the center point to the actual center of the design. So that is, right click on the auto start end. In the dialog box, make sure you've got maintain automatically turned on. You also have the option of digitizing your start and end point. Let's say, for example, you wanted to make the starting point below the design or to the left of the design. You could click, and that's where the auto start end is now. Back click, auto start end, and come back to the center. I'll pause that and we'll look at the next section of the video for you. In this section of the video, I'd like to discuss traveling through the design. Before I begin traveling, just come to the design and to my backgrounds and display colors dialog box. So I've left clicked on the Rubik's Cube, or you can find that under the view toolbar. I'm going to change some colors here. So anything that's selected, I'm going to change to bright pink. Anything that's unsewn to this green color, and go OK. So now if I travel to the beginning of the design, now if you haven't got this travel toolbar out, again, either under the Windows menu, click toolbars, or right click in the gray area, and we want the travel toolbar out, which is here. That's already displayed. Now these icons will move you through the design. The top one, which I call the three tulips, if I left click on it, it will take me to the beginning of the design. I can immediately tell it's at the beginning of the design because down here, you remember, we just changed it to say anything that is unsewn will appear in green. We can progress through the design by object, back to the beginning of the design, by color, by machine function, so it's displaying the jump stitches, the tie-offs, tie-ins, etc. By trim, so this shows you where we have trims in the design that we might be able to repair. And because we've got the same color here, I'm just going to zoom in and repair that trim. The way to do that would be to select both objects and simply hit J. It will move your start and finish points so that they match up, and if the connector value is less than, in this case, 2 millimeters, it's going to jump from the beak to the head of the stalk. Okay, so, and then we can of course travel forward through the design by 1,000 stitches, by 100 stitches, and this is controlled by left or right clicking on the mouse. Left for the beginning of the design, and right to go toward the end of the design. If we wanted to resequence objects or colors, we would do that in our color object list. Now to display that, I'll just turn it off now. Right click on my toolbar and make sure the Dockers toolbar is open. That's this one here. And we'll open our color object list. If I want it to be pinned into place, I'll bring it out and push the drawing pin down. Now we can simply drag by block of color. So it's going to do the darker blue first, or indeed we can drag individual objects to resequence the design. So it's resequencing simply by dragging and dropping. I hope that helps.